Chapter 5. With each passing day, I will learn a bit more about the Little Prince's planet, his departure from it, and his journey. The facts came slowly and often unexpectedly. That is how I heard, on the third day, about the Baobab crisis. I had the sheep to think for it again. Is it true that sheep eat shrubs? The little prince asked me suddenly. Yes, this is true. Oh, I am relieved. I couldn't understand why it was good that sheep ate shrubs. But the little prince added, that would mean they also eat baobabs? I explained to him that baobabs were not shrubs, but massive trees, as big as castles. And that even if he took along a whole herd of elephants, they could not completely consume one single baobab. The little prince laughed at the idea of the elephants. They would have to be placed one on the top of the other, he said. But before the baobabs grow so big, they are quite little, he commented wisely. That is true, I said. But why would you want the sheep to eat the little baobabs? Oh, come on, he said, as if it was the most obvious thing. And I was forced to search my own brain for an answer. I learned in due course that the Little Prince's planet, like planets everywhere, had good plants and bad plants. From these came good seas and bad seas. But seas are invisible. They sleep deep in the soil until one among them begins to stir. The little seed stretches itself and cautiously pulls out a harmless little spring upwards, facing the sun. If it is simply a radish or a rose bush, it could be left to grow wherever it might wish. But a bad plant, once it has been identified, must be destroyed at once. Now, there were some terrible seeds on the Little Prince's planet. The seeds of the Baobab. The soil of the planet was overrun with them. One could not let these baobabs grow freely. It would take over the entire planet, and the roots would burrow their way down. And if it is a small planet, the baobabs would wreck it entirely. It is all about discipline, the little prince explained to me. When you finish your washing and cleaning in the morning, it is time to take care of your planet. You must regularly pull out the baobabs the moment you can distinguish them from the rose bushes. The baobabs look just like the rose bushes in your youth. It is tiring work, but very easy. Then he said to me, you must make a beautiful drawing to inform the children on your planet about the baobabs. This would come in handy if they were to travel someday. He added, sometimes it is all right to put something off for a later day. But baobabs need to be uprooted at once. Otherwise, they would lead to a disaster. I once knew a layabout who neglected the 3 little bushes on the planet. That was his home. So, from the description that the Little Prince provided, I made a drawing of that planet. I am not trying to preach, but the baobabs are a hazard that is not all understood. Especially those who might get lost on an asteroid must be told about them. Therefore, I quietly did what I was asked. I worked energetically on this drawing so that my friends could be informed of this serious danger. So I say, children, watch out for the baobabs. You might find it curious that there is no other drawing in the book as spectacular as that of the baobabs. I did try. I tried very hard, but without any success. With the baobabs, I think I was compelled by the grave importance of the matter. Chapter 6. Oh, little prince, slowly I began to piece together the secrets of your sad life. For so long, you have found your happiness looking at beautiful sunsets. It was on the 4th morning that I learned of this fact when you said to me, I do love sunsets. Let us go and watch one now. But we must wait. Wait? For what? Wait until it is time for sunset. You seemed puzzled at first. Then you laughed and said, I keep forgetting that I'm not at home. He had clearly forgotten. It is a known fact that when it is noontime in America, the sun is setting over France. If you could swiftly zip through the air to France, you would be able to watch the sun go down. Unfortunately, France is too far away. But on your planet, my little prince, all you need to do is revolve your chair a little and watch nightfall. I watched 44 sunsets one day. You know, you added sometime later. When people are sad, they watch sunsets. Were you sad too, my little friend? I asked. The day you watched the 44 sunsets? But there was no reply. Chapter 7. The 5th day, thanks to the sheep again, revealed another secret from the little prince's life. Suddenly, surfacing as if from very deep thought, he asked, if a sheep eats little bushes, does it eat flowers too? A sheep will eat anything it finds. Even flowers with thorns? Yes, even flowers with thorns. Then, what are the thorns for? I did not have a clue. I was busy trying to remove a bolt that had lodged itself in the engine. I was really worried. It was becoming clear to me that the damage to my plane was extremely serious. My drinking water was almost exhausted. I feared the worst. So, what are the thorns for? The little prince could never let go of a question. Once he had asked it, I, with my mind still on the stubborn bolt, said the first thing that I could think of. They are useless. Flowers have thorns because they are cruel. Oh. After a moment's silence, the little prince snapped back. I don't believe you. Flowers are delicate and faultless. They make up for their innocence with their thorns. I did not answer. At that moment, I was thinking, if this boat doesn't turn, I am going to need a hammer. Again, the little prince interrupted. You actually believe that the flowers... No, I yelled. I don't believe anything. Do you not see I am busy with something important? He gaped at me, confused. Something important. He looked at me stooping over an object that seemed ugly to him, with a hammer in my hand and my fingers black with engine grease. You sound exactly like the grown-ups. I was a little ashamed when I heard that. He went on a little harshly. And you're wrong. You get everything jumbled up. He was really very upset, and he tossed his golden hair in the breeze. I know of a planet where there's a red-faced man. He has never smelled a flower. He has never looked upon a star. He has never loved anyone. He has done nothing else but sums. And he repeats to himself daily, just like you. I am busy with something important. And that makes him swell up with pride. But he's not a man. He's a balloon. A what? A balloon. The little prince turned pale with rage. Flowers have been growing thorns for millions of years, and for millions of years, sheep have been eating them just the same. It is not important to try and understand why flowers go to so much trouble to grow thorns if they are of no use. The conflict between sheep and flowers is more important than red-faced man sums. Is it not? What if I told you I know of this one flower that is absolutely unique and can be found only on my planet, and at any time it could be bitten off by a sheep? Don't you think that's important? Red in the face, he continued. If you love a flower which is one of its kind on the millions of stars in the sky, it is enough to just look at the stars and feel happy. You can say to yourself, I know my flower is out there somewhere. But if a sheep eats the flower, all the stars will seem to darken. How can you not think that is important? He burst into tears and stopped talking. The day had turned to night, and I let my tools drop.